Hello, welcome to the junior parent meeting for the class of 2023. My name is Miss Paulson. I'm the school counselor here at the high school. I can help with anything from personal social issues to academic and college and career items. Ms. Schulteis is our college and career counselor. She works here 40% of the time and is shared with another district and is employed through MCC. She can sign up students for dual credit classes, any individual Muscatine Community College classes and academies, and also teaches a class for seniors that helps them prepare for life after high school, which is incredibly helpful. Mr. Hughes works more with our ninth grade and so our younger students, but also loves to do career talks and exploration if you have any desire to work with Mr. Hughes in kind of figuring out what you'd like to do in the future. Ms. Thrasher is our counseling secretary. She works with sending high school transcripts to different colleges. She is our scholarship guru. She sends emails out to students about different scholarships and is just really the master of everything there. She also organizes our college visits and many other things. Jackie Henderson is our talented and gifted teacher and primarily works with juniors and seniors in planning for life after high school, but also all high school students. Taylor Hall is our student leader this year. She's a senior, and we are lucky enough to have AmeriCorps support the high school in hiring a student leader. So they help other students complete the FAFSA, work on college applications, and other reminders for students. Claudia Artola is a student success facilitator for Aligned Impact Muscatine. She speaks Spanish as well and is here to help with many of the other things in preparing for life after high school. Here are a few of the subjects we're going to discuss. Starting first with the ACT. A common question is, should a student take the ACT? If you're planning on attending a four-year university, it's a good idea to take it. It's not required. However, most would like to see it. With the change with COVID, it's not required for some, but also a good idea still to take it. The 2-year schools the ACT serves as a placement exam. If you do not take the ACT, then you can take a placement exam at the community college instead. And technical schools do not typically require it, but you could double check with them to make sure. Our recommendation is to take it several times if you're trying to get a certain score. It's always good to check the scholarship requirements for the schools that you're interested in because they often have a threshold for the ACT of where you can receive a scholarship or where it increases. So it's good to know what you're aiming for. And on average, students improve their score by 2 points every time they take it. The ACT costs $60. If you are on free and reduced lunch or have been in the past few years, you can qualify for a fee waiver and you would pick that up in the counseling office. The way to sign up for the ACT is to create an account on actstudent.org. There's more information in the Google Classroom too about taking the ACT. Raise Me micro scholarships are kind of like they say, micro scholarships that students can receive throughout their high school years. So starting in ninth grade, we usually have students make their Raise Me account and advisement and then update them yearly. So it's really important that you update that after you get your transcripts each year, or your report cards, and make sure that you're following the schools that you're interested in. During your senior year, if you're not following them by a certain date, and decide to go to that school, then you would not receive the scholarship from them if you're not following them. So very important. College visits, also a great time your junior year to do some college visits and explore. So they have group visit days where you can go with other high school students and parents. You could also set up your own individual visit. They do offer quite a few virtual visits now after the pandemic, and so you could look around the website too and kind of get a feel there. I put this link for campusreal.org because it is a series of videos per college that are uploaded by students on campus, so it can kind of give you an insider look as well. Things that you're looking for at a college visit would be the size, location, sort of that feel of whether it feels homey or whether it feels foreign to you, and the quality of the facilities, whether they're updated and, you know, up to the technological standards of the day or if they're outdated. And so it's also a good idea to schedule time to meet with an advisor if you have an idea of what you want to study and to see the facilities of your particular major if you know what that is at this time. We allow juniors and seniors to be excused 2 days out of a year for college visits, and just make sure you complete a pre-absence form in the office. If you are going further away and need a longer time window, then you just let us know and we will work with you. We also have college visits where the college admissions counselors come to the high school, and students can sign up for that. We are having a mini college fair October 20th, and all juniors will attend that during their advisement period, and there's no need to sign up for that. One thing that you could be thinking about beforehand is any questions that you want to ask the admissions counselors. You can be thinking about that. Another thing that is really important that we wanted to review with you guys is the different ways to earn college credit in high school. Our goal is that every student at West Liberty High School graduates with at least one college class. And one of the reasons we think this is possible is because we have so many different types of classes that students can access while in high school. We'll go through a few different types. One is classes at the high school, and that comes in two different forms. Those would be the AP classes, where students take a year-long AP class, and at the end of the year, they take an AP exam, and depending on how they score on that exam, then each college determines how many college credits they earn based on that score that they received. You can look up, those are called policies, college credit AP policies. If you Google that, you'll find a website that would have a list of all the colleges and then what they require for each AP course and the score that you earn. Then we have concurrent enrollment classes, and those are classes that are taught by our high school teachers but are given MCC credit for and high school credit. So we have a variety of different classes, from social studies, the music theory, and many ag classes as well. And if you'll notice at the bottom, the strategies for academic success and agricultural leadership are very similar classes. One is taught by Mr. Morris, and one is Ms. Schulteis, the college and career counselor. Both of those classes really help seniors prepare for life after high school. So they're working on college applications and resumes and completing the FAFSA, working on scholarship. And we highly recommend that every senior take one of those classes, as it's stuff you'll have to do outside of the class. And really, we've just given you, the student a time to work on it during class with the help of a teacher. Another way to earn college credit in high school is to work on academies. Academies are typically held from 1 to 3 p.m. at MCC. Students are taking it with other high school students on the MCC campus. We can provide transportation, or the student is allowed to drive themselves with parent permission. It's typically a year-long commitment, but sometimes we are allowed to do a semester at a time rather than the whole year. Typically, students earn 12 college credits by the end, which is just almost a full semester in college. All classes are free, and the students are also provided books by the school. The only fees associated sometimes are for items that they would then keep. So, in the welding academy, they have to buy a welding jacket. In the culinary arts, they get a chef jacket as well as maybe a knife set. So One thing to be aware of, though, is that we never want financial barriers to get in the way of participating. So if that is a reason it's holding you back, please let the counseling office know, because we'd be happy to help support in however you need. One thing I forgot to mention, for the high school classes, students can register for these classes when they register for the rest of their regular classes. And the ways to sign up for Academy is to make an appointment with myself or Ms. Schulteis, and then we can get you registered as well for that. We do require parent consent too, since students will be leaving campus and it's kind of a more long-term commitment. These are the academies that MCC offers: manufacturing, ag business, auto technology, business transfer, criminal justice, culinary arts, early education, networking for systems and security, healthcare, teacher preparation, and welding. Our connection, every high school has a connection with a community college, and ours is MCC. However, Kirkwood can offer a few academies that MCC doesn't. And so if these are the list of other options, it looks like we have hospitality management on there twice. I apologize. But otherwise, there are some other available academies offered at various times as well. If a student wanted to do Kirkwood, they would have to provide transportation. And finally, the last way to earn college credit in high school is to take a college class sort of independently. And most of those classes are taken through MCC, and they're taken either online or in person. They are just a typical college class where they're in the class with other college students. There may be high school students in there as well, but for the most part, it would be a typical one. This might be for students who just want to take one or two classes, or maybe the academy classes don't offer the classes that they're interested in. So you can kind of tailor it to be more specific to you. The way to sign up for these would also be to meet with Ms. Schulteis to register for those classes. Something really important to know is that any of the classes through MCC that are taken begins the college transcript, even if they're taken here at the high school. So we want to make sure that students are prepared to take the classes and that they know that that begins their college transcript. We just don't want to see students have financial aid restrictions based on lower grades that they received in high school. Just wanted to give you a heads up for things that we will help out with next year. I mentioned at the bottom there, we have the classes, and then we also do have events throughout the fall with college application day, doing various FAFSA help sessions, and then also a scholarship day where we teach students about how to access them and how to apply. Finally, although we're focusing more on college and career readiness right now, we did want to mention that we know that this last year and a half has been an especially bumpy one. And so we just wanted to make sure that you knew the school counselors are here to help support emotional and social issues and mental health, as well as the other items. And we also have a licensed therapist that does come to the high school to meet with students. If you would like a referral or need any help there, we'd be happy to set you up. We also have our wonderful community liaison, Lupita Saucedo, who helps students and families access various resources in the community. And lastly, we put the Iowa Crisis Hotline on there just as a resource as well. And please reach out with any questions. We're happy to help there. Lastly, we want to make sure that our goal is also to meet with every junior personally to make their plan for senior year, because every senior year is going to look different for every student as they have different plans and decide which options they want to explore. We have the WHS junior checklist that was emailed out last week, and this is the supplemental email that's coming out. So finally, if you want to click on those links or copy and paste those into your browser, you can always set up a time to meet with myself or Ms. Schulteis, or feel free to email or call. If you guys have any questions, I know we threw a lot of information out there. We're happy to help. Thank you. Bye-bye.